Cranbrook Hockey is on the air today on the Neutral Zone video production and YouTube network. I'm very happy to be here with Tom Jaros, who will be doing the video. We'll also be throwing in a little bit of commentary, and it's fun because we've worked before. We got this
years.
echo is killing me.
Yeah.
So, Tom, tell me a little bit about the league. And you've done a bunch of games so far with a bunch of the different teams. And give us a little synopsis of how the MIHL looks this year.
Well, the MIHL is it's a lot of parity in it so far. You know, so there's no big gaps in the schedule, and teams are just finding themselves right now, and you see a steady progression of kids getting to know each other.
But how about like Catholic Central? They're always strong. Brother Rice, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Port Huron Northern, who will be coming up on the Cranbrook schedule relatively soon. I know you've seen those teams.
Is Port Huron a home or away game? The reason I say that, Andy always made that his first game of the year because he didn't want to worry about the snow. So, but Port Huron.
Great arena though.
Port Huron came in and they got mercied by CC. CC had 3 mercies this year, and is that good? It sometimes it hurts the team when they don't have steady competition.
And how about Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's?
Brother Rice is not the team that they've been in the past. They got a young team. They're going to come back. They got a good JV program. So high school hockey is cyclical. So, but we got the teams coming on.
All right, we've got, I'll tell you what I'm going to ask you to do, Tom. Can you turn my headset down? Turn it off. That'd be great. Now I don't get the feedback, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, thanks. I can hear you, that's perfect. Cranes come into this game winning 2 of their last 3 games. They're 3-5-1 on the season. Trenton 8-1. Their 1 loss coming in their last outing against East Grand Rapids, a 5-1 loss. Cranes beat De La Salle in one of the consolation games of the Catholic League Championship 5-4 on Saturday at Fraser. Cranes currently tied for first in the North Division, and Trenton tied for first, or currently in first, in the Southern Division. Cranes adding 2 players to the lineup. Spoke with John LaFontaine just a few moments ago. Henry DeMuth brought up from the JV on the forward, and Brian Shang on defense. So coach is very excited to see them and see how they fare against the competition here at the varsity level. Warm-ups, and then we'll get on with our starting lineups. Studios and Natural Zone Video Productions for getting this game on YouTube.
Test 1, 2. Are you getting feedback still? Sit it.
Officials are calling the teams out to center ice. Seems like we've got things fixed. Good job, Tom. Ortline steps in on that faceoff against Allen. The Cranes control of that faceoff. It's deep in his own zone. Stretch pass through, intercepted, held in the zone by Trenton, then knocked back out the center. Back on his own blue line is Rogalski, sends it link-wide. Now picking it up on the near side is Durbin. He's been strong offensively for Trenton so far this year. Many goals here in the early going as the puck goes out of play on the far side in our first stop. Off to the left, play Tice. No changes here for either squad. Opening the play here from the Kennedy of the Senator Feldman. There's a shot from up high. Handled on that shot by Rogalski. Tice equal to the task. That was a rising shot from the blue line. Cranbrook breaks it out. Good one-time pass on the near side. Cito sends it out of the net. First on it is shaken. Trenton sends it around to the near side. Nobody for Cranbrook there. And it's brought out of the zone. Here comes Durbin through center. Feathers the pass through into the slot. Intercepted. O'Keefe throws it to the near side boards. Then coming back toward his Pouliot behind his own net. And he'll leave it for O'Keefe. And the Cranes get a change out of on the fly. A little over a minute gone here in the first period between Trenton and the Trojans and the Cranes from Cranbrook. Puck loose now at center ice. Tipped into the offensive zone by the Cranes. Big hit there at center ice going downwards O'Storm. Back up and chasing the play. Holding it in on the far side is Moriarty, who's checked off the puck there by Eckers. On the half-foot dug out of there by Trenton. And they'll move it to the blue line and out of the zone. No, they're going to go back behind and try and set it up. Back behind his own net is Garvey. Passes it through all the way to the Cranbrook line, and the Cranes will take possession. Back in his own zone with it is Chang. Let's just look at him. Negotiated that one well. Here comes the radio. Brings it into the zone, and it goes off the board. That time will go to the near side board. Puck loose in the slot. Taking the top. Here's a shot. Coming in to Chang. Never got to the net. Knocked down by the Trenton defense. And here come the Trojans through center. Back into the Cranbrook net. Here's a slap shot that goes wide off the stick of Popowitz. And the Cranes take possession. Radiant bounces it off the boards and gets it out of the zone. Right back in. That could be an icing right there. Oh, they waved that one off. Interesting. Eaton behind his own net. As several of the Cranes are fighting illnesses, Eaton is one of them. Trenton tried to center that puck and center it all the way back into their own zone. Chasing it down there is Gilbert. Cranbrook changes on the fly here. Takes the advantage. Second shift of the game for the Super Line. He sends it deep into the zone. Fighting for on the near side is Ortline. Coming in to help out is Seafield, but then walking out with it as Patnaud. Patnaud sends it through center, and an icing against Trenton here with 13:40 to go here in the first period. Face off to the left of Lowe here. controlled by the Cranes. Back out. Roquini's shot goes off the leg that time of O'Snore to the far side corner. Taken by Trenton. On the backhand is LeMay. Now he'll stop behind the net and start it out on the far side. Cranes on a pretty aggressive forecheck, but able to get that out of the zone is Rogowski. The center taken away by O'Snore. He regains possession. He's hit down from behind, that time by Durbin. Forces the turnover. Allen's got it. He'll leave it back for Rogowski. He'll move it up on the far side, off the boards, and taken by Roquini back in his own zone. Cranbrook winds it up as they come to the center. Here comes the salvo on the off wing. Sends it behind the net up on the far side. Nobody there for Cranbrook as the team is charging. And it's back out at center. Story takes it back, spinning his own end. Chang. That man's that puck. Doesn't get it out of the zone, however. Chang, another opportunity. Will come up on the near side. This time, the Cranes are able to get it out over the blue line. Forced there by Lavison. Tice. The lead offside here against Trenton as Cranbrook gets it out of the zone. Back at the Trenton blue line with it. Going D to D now, getting it back is Bradford. Red Trenton headmans it to Popowitz. Sends it deep wide and then into the Crane zone. Here's Eckles. He has it down low, sends it around the cage. Cranbrook gets it there. Sends it on an open wing, but not out of the zone. Held in by Doherty. And Cranbrook forces it out of there. Good play by Henry DeMuth. Doherty just came up from the JV. Now on the back check, he makes the play, throws it on the open ring, and Cranbrook moves it ahead. Here's Kingswood. He thinks the shot scores far down from between the seams, high of the slot, and that one beat Jones cleanly, and the Cranes take the 1-0 lead at the 5:28 mark. What a shot, a rocket there by Patrick Keaton. To see who draws the assist if it's Jarrett. Trenton has it off that center ice faceoff. Cranes Garner control, Silva sends it in, and he'll go chase. Up now by Gilbert. Takes loose out in front. Set up on the far side. Roquini holds that in, sends it deep in the zone again. Radian goes in on the forecheck. Good play by Trenton to get around that check, and then it comes out to center. 2-on-2, Trent brings it in the zone. Here's a break. Shot! Oh, a beautiful shot by Petron. And tied at 1. Cranbrook had just taken the lead, but Petron evens the score here with a shot. Below the slot that time. The time of that score is 6:01, so just about 30 seconds after he put the Cranes ahead. Patronage ties this game up. Rambler now has it in their own zone. This pass ahead on him to handle that one, however, was on point. He's just inside the blue line and now sent in. Offside there. Touched up right at center, so no icing here against Trenton. Tice plays that puck neatly to the far side, and Cranbrook breaks out with it. Kuyat headmans that puck. Cranes onside. Roquini sends it down deep in the zone. Schenken, he fights for it back there. Comes out to the slot. Here's a shot. It's loose at the side of the net. Good opportunity for Seco. He found himself wide open. Certainly let one go, but Dahl is able to make the save and hold on. 10:15 to go here in the first period. He's not going to come all the way back into the Cranbrook end. Hand gap or something by the Cranes that I didn't see. In any event, the face-off will be to the right of Blake Tice. that one cleanly. Got it back to Barber, sent it around on the far side. Cranbrook breaks out. Good pass to release things by Salvo and send it into Trenton again. Now is a funny ricochet off the boards and sent back deep by Caroline. Moving along the end boards by Rogowski up on the half boards on the far side. Moving towards the forward line, sent that deep. And it's intercepted, taken right out of there. Here's a shot on a breakaway, taken there by LeMay. Good save made. Score stays at 1-1. Gabriel Richard tried that home run pass a couple times. It was completed a couple times early. Cranbrook shored up the defense. Good stretch pass that time. Gave Trenton a golden scoring opportunity to take the lead. Sova gets it out of his own zone. Now right back in. Okimi surveys the situation, lays it off for Poyat. Able to nudge that to center. Now it's intercepted by Durbin. Gotta watch that guy. That play is offside as LeMay is ahead of the play. 9:23 to go here in the first period. 1-1 our score between Trenton and Cranbrook.
You getting the feedback?
Face-off just outside the Cranbrook blue line. Sunblack on that face-off. Cranbrook's able to clear it down the ice. First on it is Brownlee for Trenton. Sova comes in to take it away, sends it around the board to the far side. And now Trenton gets it to the blue line, but not out. Radian held it in, now it's towards the center. Good defensive play by Moriarty, and he'll dump it deep one more time. In on the check is Moriarty. Trenton able to get it out of it. Loose at center ice, then pounded deep into the Crane zone by Gilbert. He'll go off for a change. On the near side, here come the Cranes out with it. Moriarty sends it over, and the shot taken by Schenken. And that one's handled easily by Dull, no traffic in front, and he'll take the face-off to his right. That not the goal scorer steps in for Trenton against Brookline. Equipment malfunction for Patrick Eaton. Got that straightened away and they drop the puck. Ends up in the corner, dug out of there neatly by Doherty, and he was able to get that one to center. Seco hustles back for that. Throws it around on the far side. Barber hot to handle on that one. Loose in the corner. And Cranbrook kicks it out. Backhand to the center, that's as far as it's going to get before Doherty takes it back and dumps it deep into the Crane zone again. Eaton hustles back for it, makes a move around one defender and then loses it at the point. Doherty puts it on net, knocked out of there by Tice. Trenton with a steal. And a good defensive play by Neaton. Pull it away, gets it up for Seco. Seco stumbles across the blue line, maybe tripped up a little bit, loses possession, he'll go off for a change. Up back in the Cranbrook zone, now Poyat chases it down, circles into the corner, then leaves it neatly for Lakini, back behind the net. He takes a look ahead and just gets that puck out of the zone and then promptly put up against the protected net again to get a whistle. With 7:22 to play here in the first period, and the tie at 1. Trenton in their home whites, trimmed in gold and blue. Again, the Cranes, beautiful uniform, blue trimmed in white. Center ice face-off, Trenton controls. Jimenez puts it up on the near side. Rukini intercepts right at his own blue line. Then it's taken away by Durbin. He looks to center it. A good check off. That time by Restorin. Able to neutralize the potential attack. Now Poyak, good move to get that puck to center. Here comes DeSalvo. His shot is deflected to the corner, but DeSalvo, good hustle, chases that one down. Looks for someone to center that pass to. Leaves it to Rotini instead. DeSalvo, another good play to nudge that one forward. Cranbrook unable to set anything up right here. Putting a little bit of pressure on. Now it's taken away by Durbin. He sends it through center ice all the way down the ice. Looking for a streaky LeMay. Just missed the pass. Icing against Trenton, and the face-off will be to the left of Theo Dull, the senior goaltender for Trenton. Cranes back in action tomorrow night, weather permitting. At Howell, we'll have that game for you here on Neutral Zone Video Productions and YouTube. Game time is 8 o'clock. Thanks again to Tom Jarrell. Cranes get it off that face-off shot. Out in front, Chicken made a great pass to Ortwine, and it ricochets to the corner. Barber rising, listed from the point, never got to the net, and now it comes out to center. Barber, last man back for Cranbrook, grabs that. And he's got it again, then plays it over on the far side. And out to the blue line, but not out. Seco chipping in on the D right there as Deaton had pressed deep into the offensive zone. Jenkins sends that one forward, just a little bit behind Seco. Popped up forward, another icing against Trenton. You can see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get that home run pass. It was successful early in the first, but similar to what happened against Gabriel Richard, the Cranes have made some adjustments to cover that up. Sunglad against Patnod on this faceoff. Patnod controls, takes it to the corner, back after it is Doherty. On the near side, here comes Trenton out of the zone. Patnod, he tries the long pass, broken off, but Cranbrook back the other way. Here comes Chang with it. Poke checked away, gathers it again, and throws it deep into the corner. Trenton coming out of their own zone. Here's Barrett, up on the far side, nifty move to get it deep into Cranbrook's in by Jaden Jones. Cranes take it away. Now at the side of the net, that puck is loose. And the Cranes whisk it out of danger. Just in the moment, here's the shot from the point. And a good save that time by Tice. That was the good was made by Bradford to give Trenton their first lead of the game. Moriarty had it behind the net and lost it. Trenton controls. They have it deep in the Cranbrook corner. Here's a shot from a tough angle. Blocked off, and here come the Cranes through center. Brady bites off a check and sends that deep, allowing both teams to change right here. Brady and the only one still out there without fresh legs. Here's O'Story. He's flying already on this shift. Taken away from him, however, and Trenton able to get it out of the zone, down the ice for another icing against the Trojans. 4:26 now to play here in the first period, and our score 1-1. Cranes scored at 5:28 by Patrick Deaton. And Patnod tied it up just 33 seconds later. Trenton off that face-off, gets it out to center. Looking for Durbin, streaking through center, broken up by the Cranes. Now Trenton has it again, back in their own zone. Here's Rogowski. Sends that forward, intercepted and taken away by Durbin. He'll join the rush as he lays it off on the right side for LeMay. Lane tries to send it out in front, and it's deflected away. That's a good scoring chance for Durbin. He's been a scoring machine thus far this year for Trenton. Here's Durbin, sends it out in front. LeMay unable to handle it. Back behind the Cranbrook net again. Sent out to the point, tip out of the zone there. On a good play by DeSalvo. Over on the open wing, taken away by Poyak, and then ping pong right back into the Cranbrook zone. Cranes in the midst of the change, Trenton also. Quick first period here as Cranbrook moves it down on the left side. Here's a shot at just inside the blue line as he got there. That was shaking. Squeezing the pads and holding on is Dahl. 3:25 now left in the first period. Face off to the right of goal. Trenton's in. Neutralize off that face-off, finally taken away by Trenton. Bring it around the net and get it out to center. Jenkins swipes it right back in. After it is Gilbert. Taken away by Schenken. He takes a hard hit into the boards. A little bit of a high one, but a good clean hit just the same. Long pass by Gilbert. Broken up by the Cranes, sent out through center ice, and then dumped right back in. Trenton has to tag up and allow Cranbrook to bring it out through the neutral zone. Here comes Neaton, intercepts it in full stride. Here's a shot, it's deflected off the stick that time.
Penalty.
Of Seco into the corner, and we have our first penalty of the game. It's going to be a trip. Going to the box for tripping, Jack Brownlee. 2 minutes for tripping, time of that penalty, 14-26. Pretty well skated first period, Tom. Pretty well skated first period.
Yeah, they're doing a real close checking game. I'd like to see a little bit better tape-to-tape passing, but so far so good.
Caroline moves that one forward, it's taken away and whisked down the ice. And the hustle back to that is Poyat as he got away from a check from Allen. And the Crickets are winding up in their own zone. Urban also out there. Rokini on the near side. Has to retreat back behind Tice to grab that one again. He'll start out once more. Up on the near side. Here comes their Storms. Full head of steam into the offensive zone. Tries to center it out in front. Broken up and sent back to center. Rokini the last man for Cranbrook. Minute 15 to go on the Crane power play. Trying to bring it in the zone and set something up. Rokini will lead the rush this time. Twists and turns, gets it into the zone. Gets it over to O'Storn, tries to send it up for Rokini. Couldn't get his stick on the ice in time. Here's Newton at the top of the umbrella. Over to O'Storn. Here's a sending it out in front. Kerlak was there, and it was knocked away from him. Cranbrook continues to control. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Here's O'Storn from right in the slot. He's checked to try to get that shot off. Trenton able to send it down the ice, and both teams will get a chance. 30 seconds to go. Neaton spins in his own end. Sends it up on the far side. Now all the way cross ice. Brought into the zone by Barber. He'll leave it there for Seco. His shot couldn't get a lot on it, and it's deflected out of play by Dull. 51 and a fraction left in the period. 17 seconds on the Crane power play. Face off to the left of Dull. Portwine won that face-off, get it back to Barber. Barber moved it quickly, had to come in and rescue it as it was intercepted. Seco over to Eaton. He lets one go. It's deflected, never got to the net. Good defensive play that time by Doherty. Penalty is over. Trenton back at full strength as Seco retreats and grabs it off. Over to Barber. Good tape-to-tape pass for Newton. He leads it off here for Ortwine. His shot, and he gets the rebound and just puts it wide. Net was pretty open that time. Go would come out, made the initial save. Ortwine unable to put it home. Here's a shot to score. Right on the ice. Shaker will get that goal for Cranbrook. And at the 16:50 mark, the Cranes regain the lead by 1, this time 2-1.
That's why you play it to the buzzer. Hate those late Trenton late. Anybody hates a late period goal like that just before you're going off the ice. Put the momentum the other way.
That play really developed quickly. Ended up being a 3-on-1 as the Cranes moved it deep into the zone. And instead of passing it, Jenkins found an opening and put it home. Trenton brings it into the Cranbrook zone, working around the defense. Got it around. And forced a good save there by Tice with the leading moments. The buzzer goes. And 17 minutes in the books here from the Trenton Kennedy Recreation Center, the home of the Trojans. And the Cranes will skate off with the 2-1 advantage.
Pizza, so nice to meet you when I saw you at the party that day. You were high, you were ready, your taste was rockin' steady, didn't care what my friends might say. Cheese me, tease me, pepperoni please me, you know you got what I like. Let's go crazy, get Little Caesars, baby, and we can eat all night.
Try Little Caesars large, hot and ready, extra most bestest with the nation's most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of just $6.
Pizza, so nice to meet you.
Pizza.
Years ago, it shook the pizza world. And now, Little Caesars' greatest deal ever is back. And this time, it's hot and ready.
Pizza.
Little Caesars Pizza Fantastic. Pepperoni for the kids, plus an ultimate supreme for mom and dad. Just $9.99.
Pizza.
Is back.
Pizza.
Pizza is back.
Pizza.
And this time, it's hot and ready.
Pizza.
Introducing Little Caesars Pizza Fantastic. 2 hot and ready pizzas. 1 pepperoni for the kids, 1 ultimate supreme for mom and dad. Just $9.99. It's Pizza and
It's back.
Back here for second period action at the Trenton Kennedy Recreation Center. Cranes lead this one 2-1. Reviewing the scoring, Patrick Eaton got the initial goal at 5:28. Patnod for Trenton tied it at the 6:01 mark. And then Shankin at 16:50, just 10 seconds remaining in the period, put the Cranes ahead, and that's where we stand at 2-1. Once again, thank you to Neutral Zone Video Productions and Tom Jarrows for getting us on here on YouTube to bring you Cranbrook hockey today and tomorrow. We'll have a couple more games for you after the first of the year.
And if you wouldn't mind, go on there and subscribe to my channel. Like it, helps me out. The more viewers I get, I appreciate everything. The easy thing to do, just press the button. And anytime I go live, you get a notification, no matter what sport it is that I'm doing.
And there's no charge.
No charge.
There's a great benefit over the NFHS network, which I know you have to subscribe to.
It's free to everybody out there. It's just the way they built their model. And I'm not at the pay one yet, but we're getting ready to drop the puck.
We're underway here in the second period. So glad you can stay with us here. Cranes have it right off that face-off. Shankin headlands it to the far side. Goes scoring. Has it knocked off the net. Now they're scoring. Sorry, that's Rescue Seco. Regardless, it's out of play. And a face-off to the left of goaltender goal. Ortwine lost that one, taken to the corner. Rogowski sends it over on the near side, but Shankin holds that in and sends it back behind the net. Got a trip going to go against Shankin in behind the play here. Durbin bringing it into the Cranbrook goal. Delayed call here, the extra attacker out for Trenton. As it's sent back to the blue line and then down the ice. And we're going to have the trip against Shankin right here. Crane's first penalty of the game. And there'll be a power play for Trenton here at the 37-second mark of the second period. Shots on goal, even thus far at 7.
I didn't see it. Did you?
It was in behind the player. It was definitely a foul. Ball by the official. He was going for the puck, but he got a leg instead of the puck.
It happens.
A little bit of standing water out in front of Blake Tice there. That face off, the top is sent down the ice. Good job to clear the zone by Barber. Brings it through center, takes it up on the far side. He takes a shot, goes high and wide of the net. And losing it out of the zone was Brett Allen. Looks like he's going to be able to control it inside the blue line. That puck popped off, and then he got out to the neutral zone. Dumps back into the Cranbrook end. Here's O'Storen, takes it in behind his own net. And it's deflected off the roof here. And unfortunately, it turns to the Cranes as that face off the stage.
Well, the ice.
Into the Cranbrook end.
The ice isn't fully frozen in front there because we have a few sticky pucks.
A lot of standing water. Seco will take this face off against Brownlee. Brownlee controls, but the Cranes step in and send that down the ice. Good job by Rukini. Minute 5 to go as Trent brings it through center. On the off wing, sending it down low. That time is Eckles. In behind the Cranbrook net. Trying to set it up. Magnus has it. Kick save made by Tyson. There's another kick save made on that shot from the far side by Doherty. Deflected out in front. A good save that time by Tyson. As Popowitz had the deflection right out in the slot. Here's a rising shot. Unable to corral it as Tice. He made the save. Cranbrook able to get it out to the blue line, but held in on a nice play by Cranbrook. 23 seconds to go as it stays deep in the Cranbrook zone. DeSalvo takes a swipe at it, unable to clear the zone.
PK is gassed. Sorry.
Popowitz in behind the zone. Cranbrook unable to get a change, as Tom pointed out. Loose the side of the net, 3 seconds to go. And a goal, but they wave it off immediately as down on the ice is Tice. And he appears to be hurt.
His pad. Oh, his blade came out.
Okay. Oh, his blade came off the skate. Yeah, we're going to get a delay right here. Sorry for cutting you off.
No.
Pat me on the shoulder if you've got something intuitive to say.
I'll do that.
And I'll come to you. I thought he was hurt the way he was lying on the ice, but clearly you can see the blade lying on the ice.
Not doing play-by-play today. I become more of a fan. I wonder what the actual rule is on that. The referee, he didn't blow the whistle.
Well, he definitely, I think he did blow the whistle.
Did he?
Or his intent was to blow the whistle before that shot even took place. Tice was sprawled out on the ground, on the ice. Pretty clear there was either an injury or probably an escape or a pad.
Well, I was looking there, him sitting in the crease there. I thought maybe he rolled his knee or something. Thank God that didn't happen.
Teams are at full strength. Let's see if they're going to give Tice time to get that skate fixed. Out loosening up meantime is Bastion Roy, who's on the relief line. And Cranbrook calls timeout. So they're going to use their timeout here. Give a few extra moments to see if they can't get Blake Tice straightened away and leave him in the game. He's been strong. He's made some good saves, made some really good saves on that penalty kill.
Yeah, well, look at the shots on net, 10-7. I mean, they were 7-7 just a momentarily ago, but the power play for Trenton allowed them to get some work on there. But the two evenly matched teams, both these coaches know how to coach against one another, you know, and it's fun to watch.
Well, they've certainly done it for a long time, and as I mentioned, this will be Chad Clement's last year here at Trenton. He's leaving after this year, but the Cranes will have one more crack at him on senior night at the Wallace Ice Arena.
I did not know that. How many years he's been here? I mean, the coach they had here before was like
He had been here for a long time.
Long
I
time.
think he set the record for
even like a Hall of Famer type.
for the winningest high school coach in Michigan.
I think his name is up on the.
Officials giving Tice a few extra moments. This is certainly longer than a normal timeout.
You
Tice
notice.
will not be able to continue at this point, so Roy will man the net for Cranbrook.
Right.
14:22 to play here in the second period as we get back underway. Puck floats to the corner, chased down there by LeMay. He gets the return pass. Good poke check away by Meaton, and the Cranes will bring it out of there. Here comes O'Storen through center. Surveys the situation, leaves it off on the right side for Kerouac. He'll send it deep in behind the net. Taken down to the ice there is DeSalvo. Dug out of there by O'Storen, sends it out in front, and Meaton unable to get there for the tip. Puck comes into the Cranbrook zone, delayed offside, then back out to center. Nifty move to bring that into the run by Allen, and then Cranbrook takes it away. Eaton gets it out, gets tipped out of there that time by the Salvo. And Trenton will send it down the ice, and icing here against Trenton. He's out to come back deep into Trenton's net. Mike Tice has gotten the repair done, and he'll come back out. And you can see that it obviously was not an injury, and that's a fairly easy and quick repair.
Well, if he didn't come back, it would have been a broken holder.
Well, they've got a good pro shop right here in the arena, just in case something needed to be fixed more than they could do on the bench. Zico is shipped off there, puck taken away, and a backhand pass eludes everybody, and another icing against Trenton.
When I had my pro shop, changing those blades out could be a task. Riveting and everything else you got to do on there.
Remember, you had the pro shop at Hazel Park.
Yeah.
Back to the good old days.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if they were good, but they were the old ones. Court wide. In on that face-up, chases it down in the corner. He actually lost that. Did a good job to stay after it. He continues to move it forward. Now Mugo on the end boards by Brownlee, and Trent will be able to get it out to center. Skating along with it is Jones. Jones on the off wing, reaching into the green zone, has incendiated it out the front. And a shot taken there from the near side by Kopowitz, and held on by Tice.
Showed a good.
Worse for the wearer, I guess the skates had been fixed.
Showed a good burst of speed there going down the left side, number 6. You ever notice that when these teams play referee work, they're always the same guys. Good crew.
Line won that face off, took it to his defensive corner. Bikini sends it along the end boards. And Cranbrook able to force it out of there. Loose at center ice, taken away by Jones, and he'll dump it deep in the trainer. Here's Tice, moves it along, looking for Poyat. He's closely checked, can't get it out to the blue line, but not out. Sent to the far side corner by Brownlee. They chase for it there. Now it's loose on the near side, getting up on there to Bikini, and he'll bring it up into Trenton's end. Here's a shot with a deflection possibly out high by Brownlee. And a good save made by Dahl. Change direction just a little bit. Here's Shankin on a rising shot went over the net. He'll come off on a change. 11:55 to play here in the second period. Canes have the 2-1 edge. They had it at the end of the first. Korea chases it down and beats in that puck by Jones, but then he lifts that away. And Cranbrook breaks out with it. Shogun sends that one forward. Here's a shot and a goal save made by Dahl on that bid by Seco to give the Cranes a 2-goal lead.
He had a guy going right to the net. If he got that shot in the pads, there'd been a big juicy. He's about 3 inches high.
Dahl a good job not to let any rebound there. Comes out to center, skating up on it at full speed is Ecker. Brings it into the wrong. Here's a centering pass and all the way through. Silva's able to clear that to center and then deflected into the netting just below us. Doran, DeSalvo, and Caroline pop over the boards here. And the Canes control that face-off. Here's Barber on the far side. Just nudges it out of the zone and dumped right back in by Pitcock. Here's Eaton. Into that puck. The turnover. And now put out to center by Pitcock. And Trenton tries to regroup. Intercepted by Neaton. He's got a head of steam. Brings it in. tough angle, and a stick save made by Dahl. All the way out to center, now at the Cranbrook blue line. Good change of direction by O'Storen. Now he gets the return pass and brings it in. 2-on-2. He takes the shot, and it just goes wide. Moriarty pitches in to hold it in. Trenton able to clear the zone on the far side. Moriarty again now at his own blue line. Sends it over on the near side. Trenton goes down. Now the puck ends up deep in the Cranbrook end. King back for it. Here's DeSalvo. Gathers himself. Brings it out of the zone. Shovels that one forward for Shaken. He backhands it deep in the zone. Played off to the side of the net by Dahl. Here comes Trenton as we go end to end here. Neither team is any great scoring chance in the last couple of minutes, but good skating. Trenton with that puck in control, deep in the Cranbrook end. Walking off the boards with it, Durbin falls off his stick, and the Cranes get it out to center. 9:45 now to go here in the second. Still a 2-1 game in favor of the Cranes. Good job by Moriarty getting back there. Now it's intercepted. Trenton has it deflected to the corner. The defensive play by Ortline to put that puck there. Centering pass, shot goes wide of the net. And the Cranes come out with it. Jenkins out to the blue line, but not out. Here comes Durbin. He's dangerous on the off wing and then blocked off. Good defensive play by Chang, who just was brought up from the JV. Gotta watch Durbin. And the Cranes did a good job of keeping from getting a clean shot off in the slot. Here's Trenton again. They're getting a little pressure on the Cranes. And here's his blocker save made by Tice off of Durbin, and Cranbrook able to clean it out of there. They wash out the icing here. Cranes getting caught on a change, but unable to handle that puck cleanly with Trenton. Dodged the bullet by the Cranes as they went for the change, dumped it deep, and Dahl made the long pass ahead. Results in an icing here against Trenton.
Start to see a little more, I think the new word today in sports is physicality. They're starting to stand each other up there, and I think you'll see more and more of that as this game goes on.
Kowski getting a shot to the Cranes. Taken out by Trenton out of their own zone.
Oh!
A shot was off the post, I think. Nice whirling shot by Jones. Had it back to the net, kind of turned around and let it fly right on the post. Moved ahead now by the move. And Trenton will take it back in their own zone. Moving it quickly up on the far side is Popowitz. That's it deep into the Crane zone. That's unable to get that out of the zone. Blocker save. Made by Tice. Right under the stick of Sterling. Cranbrook gets it out of there. Trying to make a move with the line that time was Stokowski. Has it taken off of his stick. The Cranes hold it in. Sent deep by Puya. All the way around to the near side. Cranes in the midst of the change. Here's Karolak with a shot. Hooked to the far side. And sticking that leg out, making the good save is Dahl. Cranbrook continues to hold it in. Trenton in behind their own net. Taken away here by O'Storen. O'Storen. Had a rough patch on the ice there. Lost control, but got it back. Here's Karolak from the sidewall putting it on net. O'Storen is there for a rebound. Puya holds it in. Trenton had put some pressure on. Now Cranbrook with pressure right in the slot. Here's a shot by Rafini, and it just goes wide. He was right between the circles. Nobody covering. There were Trenton players there. They just weren't on him. Popowitz in the corner, taken away by Cranbrook. Desperately, Trenton tries to get it out of their zone. Out to the point, held in by Rafini. Here's a shot deflected out in front. And we get the whistle with 6:40 to go. And a little scrum off in front of the Cranbrook bench here. Pushing and shoving.
Taking them both.
Storm being pushed away. Let's see what we're going to get. We are going to get penalties here, Tom, like you said.
taken both.
Restoring off the ice for Cranbrook.
The referee with the beard there got a stick right in the face by number 11.
Pat Nod. Here's number 11 for Trenton. He's going to go off. He has their lone goal. The teams will skate most likely 5 aside here. The Cranbrook coaching staff wants an explanation. A little bit after the whistle, didn't see how that whole scrum started.
Yeah, and it just continued there on. LaFontaine is not happy. Because number 11 actually instigated the whole thing. Got his stick up high on him and just kept going. And the Cranbrook player was doing nothing but protecting himself.
It will be 5-on-5. Each skill will get 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the coincidental minors will be 10-20. Ortwine against Allen on the faceoff. Ortwine controls, gets it back to Neaton. He takes a shot right on net. No traffic. And handled by Dull. He went down to the butterfly. No defense.
He's doing a good job of that tonight so far. Not letting the big rebound hold out. He sucks him up pretty good.
Ortwine and Allen will do 2, the same result. Neaton's got it again, tries to walk to the center, then poked away from him. Out to center. Sent right back in by the Cranes. Seco sends it deep in the zone. 6:25 to go here in the second period. Trenton comes to the center. Basket ahead. There's Allen behind that. Loose in the slot. And a deflected shot from Urban ends up going over the net by about 2 feet. First on it in the corner, and he just sends it down the ice. It's going to be on net, so there'll be no icing here. Then tries that stretch pass again for Go. He handles that stick well. Didn't wait long enough to bring that one back in, did LeMay. And he's called for the offside. That was kind of an unforced error right there with 5:54 to go.
Well, shots are still even again with 7-7 after 1. So you each got about 10 shots of each on this, meaning the plays at both ends.
Cranbrook controls off that face-off. Good strength showed by Sova. Send it in the zone, then right back out. They've got a hand pass right here. From Trenton in the neutral zone, and the face-off will come back deep into their own end. Yeah, shots 17-16 in favor of the Cranes right now, essentially equal. Sundblad takes that one through the sidewall, and now he gets it again, takes a shot on net, sticked away by Gull. Cranbrook skating well in the mid-stages of this second period. Moriarty's shot. This is just wide, making sure it goes. He went up with the blocker. Up on the far side, comes out to center. Moriarty, the last man back. Takes a look ahead, and his pass is intercepted. Coming in, and a good check on the back end by Chang. He's acquitted himself well thus far in his inaugural varsity game here for Cranbrook against a worthy opponent. Blocker save on that shot from the sidewall by Pawlowski. Move to the corner by Chang. Brady can't get that out of the zone. Now it's sent out. Here's a rising shot, point blank, taken by Eccles, and he put it wide. Cranbrook a little careless in their own zone here. And again, can't get it out. Got to get it high off the boards and out of the zone. Finally, they needed it. 4:20 to play here in the second period. Trenton putting on some pressure. Loose in the zone. Sneaking in forward is Miguelski. He takes a shot and a blocker save made by Tight. Here's Rogalski again. Takes a look towards the net. Knocked down in front by Chang. And Cranbrook able to get it out of it. Here's Moriarty. Sends it deep in the zone. The Cranbrook will get the four-man change as Paralack was already out there on the change. Here's DeSalvo. Sends that one forward for Paralack. On the off wing, takes the tough angle shot, and it's sticked away by Dole. Sent out of the zone, down the ice by Trenton. Another icing against the Trojans with 3:38 to go here in the second period. No scoring here in our second period.
It's not a situation you want to put two men on him, but I tell you what, I like that Jaden Jones for number 6. He gets a hold of the puck. You want to make sure you're watching, keep him outside the dots. Don't go for the puck and play the body on him.
Face-off, he's run about 3 in a row. Got it back to DeSalvo. His shot ends up going wide. Holding it in is Ropini. Sends it towards the net, making the save and goal with the pad save. In behind the net. They scurry for it. Restoring comes out with it. Gets it out to the point. DeSalvo is shooting. Koya sends that one deep. Intercepted on the far side and tried to exit the zone. Right on net, and then sent down the ice, right on Tice, so there'll be no icing there. Here comes Ropini. We go under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Trent puts on some pressure on the back check. The scoring comes back to help out. Moves it up on the far side. Trent able to get it out of there. Paralack loses the puck off his stick, but it ends up keeping the zone. Here it is sent out in front, and DeSalvo gets the goal on the pass for no scoring. He stole that puck in behind the goal line, sent it out front to DeSalvo. Put it in behind goal to give Cranbrook the 2-goal lead, first time today.
Well, that's usually the way it happens on a giveaway. Mistakes, other teams usually capitalize on them. And that one there, they took advantage of.
Yeah, looking at DeSalvo with that goal for the Cranes at the 14-22 mark. Back into the Cranbrook zone offense. Nice face-off. Cranbrook able to clear that out, and it's right back in on the delayed offside. Kingswood gets easy pass up to Shaky. Trenton gonna look to cut the lead here with 2:15 to go here in the second period. Cranbrook put a marker up to give them the initiative lead 2-1 with just 10 seconds left in the first. Durbin with a pass ahead. Nobody's there. And it's intercepted by the Canes. Here comes Seco in. Leads the back pass there. And a shot right on net there by Ortwine. Looking for the tip from Seco, and nothing materialized, but it was a good idea on that play. Ortwine gets the shot off, and a good pass saved by goal for Cranbrook as it comes out front of the rebound, and Ortwine puts it in the back of the net, and Cranbrook with 2 quick ones here in the late stages of the second period take a 4-1 lead.
Well, anytime you get wide open like that on the top of the crease and the puck on your stick.
1 minute between the DeSalvo goal and the Ortwine goal, and Cranbrook now with the 4-1 goal. Cranes control that center ice face-off. Here's DeSalvo on the near side, moving in the offensive zone again. He takes the shot, and a good save made by Dole to settle things down for the Trojans.
They're doing a real good job right now getting the puck going north. You know, they're not holding on, one touch pass and they're off.
Cranes now leading shots 25-19. Shot from the point taken by Chang is blocked off, and here comes Trenton in the center. Good speed, getting around the defense, and a big save down made by Tice. Beautiful move by Brandon Eccles, but Tice shut the door.
It's a fun game to watch. You know, right now, they've opened up a little bit for Cranbrook. They've had had some good looks, on mistakes and turnovers from Trenton, and they've taken advantage of it.
Really been the difference in the game. Trenton has not capitalized on the Cranbrook penalty. Here's Poyat on the near side corner, stick handles through traffic. Tried to get it to Sova, but he was a little late getting it. Pops up in the air, garnered away by Sova. Now he does get it out of his zone. Good down and stay with it. Here's the Radiant shot going down to make the save with Dahl. And back the other way we come. Skating on the off wing with it is Barrett. Takes it down low. Good job by Poyat to steer that one away from Eckel. Here's a rising shot taken from the circle by Barrett. Goes all the way to the far corner. Trenton is skating well. Hard to explain what they gave up. Three unanswered now. One at the end of the first period and two here in the second period. There's the wraparound and the score for the Cranes. Rokini putting it in the back of the net. Dahl has gone out to cut down the angle as coming in from his left with good speed there was Rokini. Instead he took it around the net and unable to make the adjustment was Dahl and the net was wide open.
Well, you know what happened there here in the neutral zone when number 23 got hurt on a hit down here, and then a teammate come over to give an extra bump to the player, and meanwhile Cranbrook was off to the races and scored on a wraparound attempt.
Flipped in from outside the blue line by Patton is handled by Tice. We talked about it in the first period. You hate to give up a goal in the last minute, but they did at the end of the first, and they did again, Trent did here in the second. 5-1 advantage for the Cranes as that puck floats to the corner. Just 8 seconds to go, and Keaton moves it forward, gets it out to the blue line, not out, and we have a penalty on a trip going to go right here. Trenton losing their composure attack. That's going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping is going to be Ty Popowitz. Time of that penalty is 16:56, so just 4 seconds to go. And the face-off will come back deep into Trenton's end, but more importantly, the Cranes will have almost a complete power play of 2 minutes. Minute 56 on the fresh sheet of ice. Portline won that face-off. Boy, he won it so well. Went right back to the Cranbrook blue line and into the Cranbrook end. You heard the buzzer go. That's the end of our second period. It was 3-1 Cranbrook after 1. It's 5-1 Cranbrook after 2.
2 words: retaliation and composure is what you got to need, and Trenton in that period lost both. So we'll see how the third period comes out.
We'll be back with you for the third. You're watching Cranbrook Hockey on the Neutral Zone Video Productions YouTube channel. the ice here, getting set for third period action. The Cranes will have a minute 56 on the power play on that penalty against the trip against Popovitz. And they'll hold on to a 5-1 lead going into this third period. Tom, as we were talking about, both teams have made similar mistakes in the defensive zone. Cranbrook capitalized, Trenton has not.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game right now. See how Trenton comes out here after talking to from the coaching staff, get their heads back in the game. You know, that's so often the physicality and the strength of the game are all even here. It's how you think the game, and how you play it, and keeping your temper and staying focused.
2-1 Cranbrook lead after one. It was a 2-1 Cranbrook lead with just about 3 minutes left in that second period, and then 3 goals to Salvo, Ortwine, and Rokini, and the Cranes have the 5-1 lead and the power play to start the third period.
And the momentum.
Don't forget, weather permitting, we'll be back with you tomorrow at home. Game time here on this Video Productions and the YouTube channel will be game time 8 o'clock. Rokini in behind his own net, starting out the power play here, moving it ahead. Spinning on the near side, Storen sends it to the net, and it's steered away by Dahl. Floated to the corner. So yeah, pushes it along the end board, from backhanded to the blue line and out, as Rokini unable to hold that in. Minute 15 on the Crane power play as they set it up from their own blue line. That's playing off the sidewall. Get that in the zone. Salvo now has it. He takes the shot and right into the pads of Doe, and he'll hold on to the faceoff. There is a change in goal. It's not Doe anymore in net for Trenton. Starting to catch it. It's Petramalo. Junior goaltender, standing 6 feet tall. Now between the pipes for Trenton. Here's Beaton, top of the umbrella. Gets it over to Barber outside the box. Barber tries to penetrate it, goes all the way to the far side. Barber, here's that one ahead. Here's Ortwine. Takes it down low. He'll follow it up. Chased down there by Brownlee. Cranbrook comes up with it. Schenker. Back to the point. Here's Benton. 35 seconds to go. Cross-ice pass. Back to Benton. He stands on that shot. Good play by Cranbrook here. So he's feathered through, and then Seco set up Benton. And his shot kind of went off the edge of his stick. Never really got one off. Long pass ahead. Good take the tape to Ortline from Seco. Good low hard shot kicked out of there by Petrovich. Back deep in their own end. Here's Gilbert. 5 seconds to go as he sends it down the ice. And the penalty will be over. And Trenton is now back in full strength. Dancing through traffic now. Here's Rokini. Takes it around the net. Drops it off to the point to Pontiac. And then for the return pass and dumps it down low. Chasing it there is Brownlee for Trenton. Gets it out to center, but that's as far as it'll go. And Cranbrook dumps it right back in. Brownlee gets it to center. Intercepted there by Rokini. Takes a look around, goes in around, and sends it deep, and he'll go off for a change. 14:25 to play here in the third period. Trenton looking to headman that puck. They ice it for the umpteenth time today. Shots on goal. Cranbrook with 30 and Trenton with 23.
Well, I think they achieved one of 2 goals that they probably discussed in the locker room. 1, let's kill the penalty off, and 2, let's get the first goal of the third period. So we'll see what happens.
I'm glad the Crane freshman hit on that face-off, but it's by Eccles. And Trenton started out on the far side. Here it is through center. Now it's Eccles again. Sends it out in front of the big check. High in the slot. Play continues. Jones has it behind the net. Now it's sent out in front right through the legs of Durbin. Netton steers it away from Durbin. Gets it to Barber. Good checking here by Trenton, but Cranbrook finds a way to get it out of the zone. Now Sova's got it. Sends it forward and outside there against Schenken. Looked like he was onside to me, but he might have lifted that back foot.
I think that they got a gift there.
Lead official had that call. It was not right on the blue line. But not too much complaining from the Cranbrook side with a 5-1 advantage. Face-off just outside the Trenton blue line. Flips to the far side. Trenton clears it ahead. There's Pulaski. Sending it out in front. Deflection by Popowitz. Goes wide. Right on net from the point that time. Taken away by Tice. Trying to backhand it out of there was DeMuth. Unable to do so, but then that puck ends up out of play and you get the whistle.
Anytime Cranbrook's touching the puck, they control the puck, they got somebody support them every time, which is important coming through. We got penalties here.
Got a cross check. The call against
Cranbrook.
Box. Okay, cross check for Cranbrook, 2 minutes for Ryan Shane. Time of that penalty is 3:44. Restoring won that face off. Hustling after it is Trenton, and they hold it in. Loose in the slot. Here's the shot right on. Big rebound, but then jumping on it was Tice. And he's able to garner it and hold on.
Tice has been standing tall.
Face off, legs left. Restoring out there with Gustavo on the front side, along with Pouliot and Rokini for the Cranes. Trent controls off that face off, just holding it in. Here's Durbin with a rising shot right on, no traffic. At least initially, and Tice able to brush it away with his glove. And Cranbrook grabs it from behind the low end line and slams it down the ice to relieve the pressure. 35 seconds gone on the Trenton power play as they try to cut into the 4-goal lead. Cranbrook has it from the point. Durbin with speed through center, gains the center line and dumps it in. They give chase. First on it there is Gilbert. Cranbrook able to chase it down in the far side corner and sent down the ice. Good play by DeSalvo. He's had a good game for Cranbrook. Here comes Durbin. Makes a move around Eaton, but once he did, he was not in a scoring position. Here's a shot to score. Durbin. He's got a scoring machine as the Trojan. He got the power play goal right there. Cut the Cranbrook lead to 5-2. That's Durbin on the power play. Time of that one is 4:51 of the third period.
Well, they closed off strategy number 2, as I talked about earlier. Though it was a power play goal, they you want to get momentum going your way. Still a 3-goal deficit, but see how Cranbrook responds.
Barber gets it to the blue line, but not out. It ends up right on net. Taking no chances is Tice as he just gobbles it up and they'll absorb the face-off to his front.
Tice, I got the is able to watch him through the fall when he played for the MDHL. You know, he's consistent.